Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to properly set up accommodated resistance. So first we're going to start off with the chain. Regardless of if you're doing a bench or a squat, you want to make sure the chains are set up the same. So whatever you decide to use to hold the chains, whether it's another chain or a strap like this, you want to make sure that it's set up to the proper height to keep the chains in the proper positioning. So when you bring the bar out, you want to make sure that some of the chains are always on the ground. This prevents them from swinging around and allows it to be a more stable lift. When you go down to the bottom of your lift, whether that is the squat or the bench, making sure that there are some chains still left suspended in the air. You don't want all the chains to be lost when it gets all the way to the bottom of the lift. If stability is something that you want to train, then you can certainly shorten the strap and allow the chains to swing here. This will create a little bit of a more challenging position because the chains will be swinging, so you have to stabilize to keep the chains from doing so. Another thing that you can use for accommodated resistance is a band. There's a couple different ways that you can use these, again, regardless of the lift. If you want to double them up, you can fold the band in half, putting them on the bar, and then stretching them down and hooking them on your band pegs. You can also just drape it up over the top, taking either side, and again, pulling it down and hooking it on the band pegs. Whichever one you decide to do on that, just make sure you're consistent on either side. The next thing I'm going to show you is how to choke a band if you want a little bit less band tension. So if you have the band pegs, then you can certainly just use those here, pushing it through and pulling it like that. That is a choked band. If you do not have the luxury of band pegs and you're able to get your catch bars down low enough, or if you can get underneath the rack, you can do it the same there. Just sliding the band underneath, taking one side, threading it through, and pulling it tight. And then you can put the bar or the band up on the bar, up against the collar, or wherever you decide to put it. Again, just make sure that you're consistent with where you place the band.